Lincoln Project nails it. Biden nailed it. Listen, this guy is listen. Bill Barr was on Fox News, trashing what Donald Trump did. Bill Barr, the guy who literally ran interference for Donald Trump as his attorney general, acted as if he were Donald Trump's own personal attorney. Why? Why did Bill Barr do that? Well, Bill Barr did that because Bill Barr is part of the Opus Dei. Opus Dei is a secret uber right-wing version of a closed Catholic society. It's like Amy Coney Barrett. She's part of the Women of Praise. So she has to be, subservient to the man in the house and have 7 kids. And anyway, this was their wet dream, to stack the court with Opus Dei people, to stack the court with people who were anti-contraception, to stack the court with people who would ban reproductive freedom. And they got there. And so now Bill Barr is out. I need a wartime consigliere. Poor Donald Trump can't find any consigliere. All his consiglieres need consiglieres. It is the sickest thing. It is that Lindsey Graham has to testify in Georgia now. He needs an attorney because he wants to appeal this yet again. What is he so afraid of? Why won't he just go, raise his right hand, and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth if he didn't do anything wrong? If there's nothing to hide, why is he hiding everything? It's that old trope, right? So Lindsey Graham, the judge said he has to answer questions. She would limit the scope of his testimony to what he said to Georgia officials about throwing away ballots. And he still doesn't want to go. She narrowed the scope of what they can ask him about to exactly this one issue, and he still doesn't want to go. Newt Gingrich, he's being summoned to the January 6th committee. They're asking him to appear voluntarily. Ginny Thomas, they asked her to appear voluntarily. She said, I have nothing to hide. I'll be there. And now she's got lawyers. She won't go. They are finding even more emails from Ginny to more legislators in more states. Okay, we knew about 29 Arizona state legislators that she had written to saying, you have to choose your own electors. You can't let Donald Trump lose. You have to do whatever you have to do. I feel our democracy is dying if Donald Trump isn't reinstalled. This is the wife of a Supreme Court justice, which Bill Barr just, literally defended a traitor to this nation in order to pack. That particular thing is what they had on their radar. But anyway, Ginny Thomas was asked to come. She said, oh, yeah, I'll come. I have nothing to hide. Now, all of a sudden, she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go, and they're finding more emails. So now it's not just 29 legislators in Arizona that she wrote to. We knew she wrote to Mark Meadows because Mark Meadows turned over his freaking phone when he was cooperating at the beginning before he went down to Magaloco, and God only knows what happened in Magaloco. Was it something that was recorded with him breaking the law? Was it something he did at Magaloco? Like, was he caught with a dead goat or a live boy? I don't know. But all of a sudden, he's out there telling me my electrical sparks are like sparking down the high. I don't know. Ginny doesn't want to go now. They just found new emails that she was writing to legislators in Wisconsin, too. Ron Johnson, it doesn't look like he's getting reelected. I think the people of Wisconsin have had it with this guy, with his lunatic, fringy view, with his wanting to get rid of Medicare. You know that Ron Johnson wants to get rid of Medicare, and he told you he wants Social Security also to be sunsetted after 5 years, no more Social Security, because they're not done stealing, okay? Rick Scott, yes, he was responsible for the largest Medicare fraud in the history of the program of Medicare. And his company was ordered to pay billions of dollars in restitution. But he's now a U.S. Senator saying, we got more stealing to do. There is a Medicare trust fund we haven't raided. There's a Social Security trust fund we could have, too. Let's pilfer. Let's steal. Let's create chaos and steal the rest. And Ron Johnson is all for it. Ron Johnson is literally out there endorsing the idea that Social Security sunset after 5 years, that Medicare sunsets after 5 years, and that the middle class ought to have their taxes raised to have some skin in the game. Because or maybe you don't know, 57% of Americans don't pay federal income tax. Sometimes at the end of the year, you actually get a refund, right? I mean, it's an amazing thing.